Hello guys! Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the latest twists and turns from Port Charles, where loyalties are tested, flirtations ignite, and family secrets bubble to the surface in unexpected ways. In the shadowy corridors of the WSB field office, Josslyn Jax finds herself in a tense standoff with her enigmatic superior, Jack Brennan. As she probes whether there's an issue at hand, Jack's response is cryptic yet pointed. It all hinges on her willingness to comply. He's laying out a set of directives that seem to carry more weight than a simple errand, prompting Josslyn to wonder if this is her big break into the secretive world of international intrigue. Sources close to the storyline suggest this mission might involve infiltrating Professor Henry Dalton's high-tech laboratory, a place rumored to house cutting-edge experiments that blur the lines between science and espionage. Josslyn, ever the determined rookie agent, recalls the courier's destination in Dubrovnik, Croatia coastal gem that's no stranger to covert operations. But whispers from behind the scenes hint at added layers. Perhaps she uncovered not just animal testing anomalies, as she vowed to report, but a deeper conspiracy involving encrypted data transfers or shadowy alliances. This assignment could test her moral compass, forcing her to balance her promise to expose wrongdoing with the demands of her budding career in the WSB. Imagine the adrenaline rush as Josslyn navigates hidden passages and deciphers clues under the cover of night, all while questioning if Brennan's trust in her is genuine or part of a larger game. It's a classic tale of a young operative stepping into the unknown, where every decision could ripple through Port Charles and beyond. Shifting to the sun-drenched vibes at the Metro Court pool, Molly Lansing Davis stirs up some playful drama with the charming Cody Bell. What starts as a seemingly innocent offer to apply suntan lotion escalates into a light-hearted confrontation, with Molly teasingly accusing him of ulterior motives. "You're not worried about sun exposure," she quips with a sly grin. "You just want my hands on you." This banter feels more like sparks of romance than genuine conflict, evoking memories of their past escapades like that chilly night they were trapped on the General Hospital roof, where things got steamy despite the cold. Now, with the summer heat amplifying the tension, Cody's keeping things modest, a far cry from any wardrobe malfunctions of yore. Insiders speculate this flirtation could evolve into something deeper, perhaps drawing in elements of jealousy from other characters who see Cody as a wild card. Picture the scene: lounge chairs scattered around the sparkling water, laughter echoing as Molly's touch lingers a bit too long, hinting at unspoken attractions that might complicate family dynamics. Yet, beneath the fun, there's an undercurrent. Molly's not thrilled about this budding chemistry, especially since it threatens her calculated scheme to have Cody charm Ava Jerome away from Rick Lansing. It's a reminder that in Port Charles, even poolside relaxation can mask strategic maneuvers and hidden agendas. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis opens up in a moment of vulnerability with her brother Michael Corinthos as they observe the unfolding poolside antics from afar. Their conversation delves into confidences that reveal the fractures in their family ties, with Christina confiding details that could shake the Corinthos foundation. Michael, ever the protective sibling, responds with a mix of shock and sarcasm. "What could possibly be worse than the people you tried to kill?" This alludes to Christina's shocking past attempt to sabotage Ava by tampering with Britt Linesonly to discover they belong to Rick instead. Adding fresh intrigue, rumors suggest Christina might share even more, perhaps about lingering regrets or new alliances forming in the shadows of their powerful lineage. Visualize them huddled in a quiet corner, the weight of their words contrasting the lively pool scene, as Michael grapples with his disdain for both Ava and Rick. This exchange not only highlights the siblings' bond but also foreshadows potential fallout, where loyalties could shift like sand, pulling in other characters like Sonny Corinthos into the fray. It's a poignant exploration of how past mistakes haunt the present, weaving a web of trust and betrayal that's signature to General Hospital's dramatic flair. Elsewhere, tensions rise between Carly Spencer and Jason Morgan in a heated exchange that underscores their complex history. Carly confronts him directly. "You're not thinking about taking her up on it, are you?" Speculation points to this her being the formidable Liesl Obrecht, whom Jason is set to pursue in upcoming episodes. But timing is everything. Jason's pursuit must wait until after the much-anticipated wedding of Drew Kane and Willow Tate, where Liesl is currently in attendance. Inventive plot twists could see Jason crashing the reception, perhaps under the guise of an invitation from Liesl herself, adding layers of suspense. Envision Carly's protective instincts kicking in, her eyes flashing with concern as she imagines Jason entangling himself in Obrick's web of schemes, which might involve medical mysteries or family vendettas. This disagreement amplifies the stakes, reminding viewers of Jason's stoic nature clashing with Carly's fiery passion, potentially leading to alliances or rifts that echo through their extended circle. It's a testament to how old flames and new dangers keep the Port Charles elite on edge. Finally, at the elegant All Saints Church, the wedding of Drew Kane and Willow Tate reaches its climactic moment as efficient Lucy Coe utters the fateful words, "Speak now, or forever hold your peace." Drew's gaze drifts curiously to his side, away from his radiant bride, fueling speculation about unspoken doubts or external interruptions. Nina Reeves sits in quiet sorrow, her eyes closed as if shielding herself from the pain of her recent explosive fallout with Willow. That confrontation, where Nina aimed to expose Drew's true character, backfired spectacularly, possibly severing their mother-daughter bond for good. Liesl Obrecht, ever the skeptic, watches with a suspicious glare, her presence hinting at potential sabotage or revelations. Expanded details from production leaks suggest the ceremony might include surprise guests or hidden messages, like a mysterious note passed among the pews, escalating the drama. Will Willow proceed with her vows, sealing the union, or will a dramatic "I don't" shatter the illusion of bliss? This scene captures the essence of soap opera suspense, blending romance, regret, and rivalry in a tapestry that keeps fans guessing about the happily ever after or lack thereof. Next, we will explore the thrilling return of a beloved character to Port Charles, unraveling the mystery surrounding her resurrection and the clever ways the show might weave her back into the fabric of ongoing dramas. The buzz in the soap world is electric, with the official confirmation that Kelly Thiebaud is reprising her role as the sharp-witted and complex Britt Westburn, not some doppelganger or new persona. Fans have been clamoring for answers on how the writers plan to reverse her dramatic demise, ensuring the storyline honors her legacy without sparking backlash. This comeback isn't just a simple revival. It's a narrative puzzle that must navigate emotional depths and medical realities, all while keeping the audience hooked. Imagine the ripple effects across Port Charles: old flames reigniting, family reunions turning tense, and hidden agendas surfacing as Britt steps back into the spotlight. With Thiebaud's charismatic presence already teasing viewers, the stage is set for explosive confrontations and heartfelt revelations that could redefine alliances in the Corinthos and Quartermain circles. We've already caught tantalizing glimpses of Britt's return, building suspense across two key episodes that have left fans dissecting every frame. First, there was that fleeting airport encounter where Jason Morgan, on a mission to escort Sasha Gilmore overseas, locked eyes with a woman who bore an uncanny resemblance to his former love. As she boarded a flight to Croatia, Jason's mind raced with vivid flashbacks of their passionate romance. From stolen moments in dimly lit rooms to whispered promises under the stars, confirming this wasn't just a random lookalike, but a deliberate nod to Britt's enduring impact. Yet, circumstances prevented him from pursuing her, leaving him haunted by what-ifs. Then came the second sighting, Britt emerging from a sleek car in the picturesque streets of Croatia, her voice carrying a mix of nostalgia and determination as she declared, "It's good to be back. This locale isn't coincidental." It's teeming with intrigue, including the elusive courier transporting sensitive data from Professor Henry Dalton's lab. Pursued by WSB operatives like Josslyn, Jax, and Vaughn, not to mention the shadowy figure of Sidwell. Invented whispers from set insiders suggest Britt might have been laying low in hidden Croatian safe houses, perhaps forging new identities or gathering intelligence on underground networks. Adding fuel to the fire, rumors swirl that Liesl Obrecht could be collaborating with Dalton on clandestine projects, positioning Britt on a direct path to explosive discoveries that tie into larger conspiracies involving experimental tech and international espionage. Reflecting on Britt's supposed end, it's impossible to forget the heart-wrenching scene where she succumbed in her mother Liesel's arms, felled by a vicious strike from the hook killer's poisoned weapon later revealed to be Heather Weber's doing. Despite criticisms from characters like Dante Falconeri, who once downplayed her to young Rocco, Britt's final act was nothing short of heroic. She threw herself into danger to protect Josslyn Jax, her ex-stepsister, showcasing a redemptive arc that transformed her from a scheming anti-hero into a selfless savior. In the aftermath, Port Charles mourned, with memorial services echoing through the halls of General Hospital and tributes highlighting her medical prowess and unbreakable spirit. But now, with her reappearance confirmed, speculation runs wild. Was it all an elaborate ruse, perhaps involving body doubles or staged funerals to evade enemies? Expanded lore could introduce invented elements like secret recordings of her last moments hidden in Liesel's possession, revealing clues that she whispered survival instructions amid the chaos, setting the stage for a comeback laced with vengeance against those who wronged her. The confirmation that Thibault is indeed playing the authentic Britt Westburn, brought back from the brink, shifts the focus to the creative gymnastics required to explain her survival. How does one resurrect a character who endured a lethal poison attack without undermining the drama's stakes? This part seems manageable through soapy twists, but it opens doors to broader narratives where Britt emerges stronger. Perhaps with newfound skills honed during her absence, think undercover training in exotic locales or alliances with unexpected allies. Picture her returning with a dossier of secrets, ready to expose betrayals that have festered in her absence, all while grappling with the emotional toll of faking her death on loved ones like her mother and former paramours. Yet, the true narrative tightrope lies in addressing Britt's battle with Huntington's disease, a condition that was already manifesting symptoms before her death and can't simply be erased without risking fan outrage. The writers have cleverly nodded to this in Jason's flashbacks, where intimate conversations about her diagnosis underscore its gravity, a hereditary curse inherited from her infamous father, Caesar Faison, whose own decline was agonizingly portrayed. Social media is ablaze with concerns that glossing over this incurable, fatal illness could trivialize real-world struggles, potentially alienating viewers who see reflections of their own experiences in the storyline. To tread carefully, the show must innovate without mocking medical science, perhaps incorporating educational undertones or partnerships with awareness organizations to highlight the disease's realities. Invented plot enhancements could include Britt discovering rare genetic anomalies during her time away, fueling her drive to seek unconventional treatments that blend hope with heartache. Fortunately, the creative team has several ingenious paths to resurrect Britt authentically, starting with a wildly imaginative twist. What if this Britt is a clone engineered in Dalton's controversial laboratory, born from bizarre experiments blending human and animal genetics? This outlandish concept fits the soap's history of the absurd recall the vampires in the Port Charles spin-off or Anna Devane's interstellar romance with an alien named Casey, proving no idea is too far-fetched. A clone would neatly sidestep the Huntington's dilemma, as it could be a perfected version without the genetic flaw, while nullifying the hook attack since it targeted the original. Envision Liesel, driven by maternal desperation, secretly harvesting Britt's DNA for curative research, only to cultivate a clone as a backup plan. This new Britt might awaken in a sterile lab, piecing together fragmented memories, and embark on a quest for identity that intersects with Dalton's schemes, perhaps uncovering a network of cloned operatives hidden across Europe. Alternatively, Liesel could have miraculously antidoted the hook poison in time, preserving Britt's life but leaving the Huntington's vector intact, prompting a race against time for a breakthrough cure. This scenario amplifies the drama, with Liesel potentially emerging as the enigmatic boss referenced by Dalton and Sidwell, frustrated by stalled progress in their joint ventures. Expanded details might reveal clandestine meetings in Croatian hideouts, where Liesel oversees trials involving cutting-edge gene therapies or experimental drugs sourced from exotic locales. Britt, having been in her induced coma or protective isolation, could return with partial amnesia, slowly reclaiming her past while aiding her mother's quest. This approach not only respects the disease's severity but adds layers of ethical quandaries, family bonds, and high-stakes alliances, perhaps drawing in characters like Nina Reeves or Sunny Corinthos for support or conflict. Next, we will delve into the enigmatic sightings and unfolding mysteries in Port Charles, where a shadowy figure emerges amid whispers of resurrections and long-buried connections that could reshape familiar lives. Speculation is rife in the world of General Hospital as a mysterious individual has been caught on camera into intriguing locations. First aboard a flight alongside Jason Morgan and later lurking at the Metro Court pool with eyes fixed on young Rocco Falconeri. This unidentified man, with his unassuming yet watchful demeanor, has sparked theories about ties to the recently confirmed return of Britt Westfern, portrayed by Kelly Thibault. Devoted viewers are buzzing with excitement, dissecting clues to uncover the motives behind his appearances and how they might link to Britt's dramatic comeback from the grave. Imagine him as a silent guardian, dispatched from afar to monitor key players in Britt's orbit, weaving a web of intrigue that spans continents and stirs up old emotions in the heart of Port Charles. With Thibault's reprisal now official, fans are piecing together timelines, wondering if this stranger holds the key to her survival story, perhaps carrying messages or artifacts from her hidden exile that could explode into full view during a tense family gathering. The intrigue kicked off earlier this week with a conspicuous passenger seated right beside Jason on his return flight, a moment that felt anything but coincidental amid the soap's layered narratives. Fresh from a covert operation where he safely delivered Sasha Corbin and her companion Daisy Gilmore to the protective custody of Robert Scorpio in a secluded European safe house, Jason settled into his seat at the bustling airport, his mind still racing from the mission's close calls. That's when his gaze locked onto a familiar silhouette nearby, stirring memories of Britt that refused to fade, as if the universe was hinting at unfinished business. Expanded details from episode breakdowns suggest this man might have subtly engaged Jason in small talk about travel woes, dropping veiled hints about Croatian destinations that mirrored Britt's last known whereabouts, fueling Jason's growing suspicion that she's not as gone as everyone believed. Picture the cabin lights dimming for takeoff, Jason stealing glances at this enigmatic seatmate, whose briefcase bore subtle engravings reminiscent of WSB insignia, adding a layer of espionage flair to what could be Britt's orchestrated re-entry into his life. The plot thickened at the sunlit Metro Court pool, where this same enigmatic figure reappeared, his attention sharply trained on Rocco Falconeri amid the casual chatter of Port Charles residents. Carly Spencer, ever the voice of reason in Jason's turbulent world, tried to temper his hopes by suggesting that Rocco's innocent questions about Britt were simply keeping her memory alive in his thoughts, perhaps triggered by family stories shared over ice cream outings. Yet, as their discussion unfolded near the shimmering water's edge, the man hovered discreetly in the background, his posture alert like a sentinel on duty. It wasn't until the charged confrontation between Dante Falconeri, Lula Spencer, and the formidable Liesl Obrecht that his surveillance became overt, his eyes darting between the group as accusations flew and old grudges resurfaced. Invented elements could include him jotting notes on a concealed device, capturing details of Liesl's defensive outbursts about her daughter's legacy, hinting at a deeper agenda tied to undisclosed alliances formed during Britt's absence. Envision the pool deck alive with laughter from distant sunbathers, contrasting the man's stoic focus, as if he's compiling a dossier for Britt herself, ensuring she's briefed on the evolving dynamics among those she left behind. Could this mystery man be an operative link directly to Britt's resurgence, serving as her eyes and ears on the two figures she holds dearest: Jason, her former flame, and Rocco, the child she once claimed as her own? In a town where secrets rarely stay buried, his presence suggests a protective network, perhaps recruited from Britt's time in hiding to safeguard her interests without revealing her hand too soon. This setup promises high-stakes drama with potential for clandestine meetings in dimly lit alleys or encrypted messages exchanged under the guise of everyday encounters, all building toward a revelation that could mend or shatter familial bonds in unexpected ways. When Dr. Britt Westfern first burst onto the General Hospital scene, she exuded an aura of bold confidence, razor-sharp intellect, and a penchant for cunning schemes that quickly branded her with the infamous moniker the Britt among wary Port Charles locals. Her arrival was like a storm cloud over the hospital corridors, challenging norms and stirring rivalries with her unyielding ambition. Over the years, this multifaceted character evolved into one of the show's most captivating enigmas, blending shades of ruthless antagonism with raw vulnerability and unexpected tenderness that won over even her harshest critics. Portrayed with magnetic flair by Kelly Thibault, Britt's tenure in Port Charles has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, and her anticipated revival has reignited fan fervor for the twists yet to come. Debuting in 2012 as an ambitious physician at the heart of General Hospital, Britt wasted no time making waves, setting her sights on the dashing doctor, Patrick Drake, with a determination that bordered on obsession. She cleverly maneuvered into his life by bonding with his adorable daughter Emma Scorpio Drake over shared activities like park picnics and storytime sessions. But when that approach faltered, she escalated to fabricating a pregnancy and audaciously claiming another woman's infant as her own to secure his affections. In a web of deception, Britt concealed the truth that the baby, Rocco, was rightfully the son of Dandy and Lulu, not a product of her fabricated liaison with Patrick. A ploy that unraveled spectacularly and exposed her manipulative core. These shadowy impulses weren't born in a vacuum. As the offspring of two notorious DH villains, the devious Doctor, Liesel Obrecht and the malevolent Caesar Fasenbritt was steeped in a legacy of trickery, psychological warfare, and intimidation from her earliest days. This upbringing forged her initial icy facade, but Thibault's nuanced performance peeled back layers to reveal the underlying scars of a lonely childhood marked by absent parents and moral ambiguity, hinting at a woman shaped by survival rather than inherent evil. Amid her turbulent path, one of Britt's most endearing developments was her unlikely alliance with Brad Cooper, a fellow outsider, whose friendship became a beacon of authenticity in her chaotic life. Together, these two kindred spirits exchanged confidences over late-night coffees, offered unwavering support during scandals, and injected levity into their misadventures, laying the groundwork for Britt's gradual shift toward redemption. After fleeing Port Charles in disgrace following her exposed lies, Britt popped back for brief, tension-filled cameos that teased unfinished business. But her substantial comeback in 2020 marked a true turning point, as she assumed the role of Chief of Staff, vowing to steer the hospital with honesty and reform. In this new chapter, Britt forged meaningful connections, none more poignant than her deepening romance with Jason Morgan, who saw through her armored exterior to the compassionate soul within, their bond unfolding in quiet moments of trust and shared vulnerabilities. This relationship unveiled a softer, more altruistic Britt, capable of deep affection and heroic sacrifices that contrasted her earlier self-serving ways. Tragedy struck when Britt revealed her inheritance of the Huntington's disease gene, a devastating, incurable affliction that cast a shadow over her future. Yet she confronted it with fierce determination, choosing to live vibrantly rather than in fear. Thibault's powerful depictions captured Britt's inner strength as symptoms loomed, infusing her choices with a poignant urgency that resonated deeply with audiences. In a gut-wrenching climax in early 2023, Britt met her end at the hands of the Hook Killer, impaled by the poisoned weapon while valiantly shielding Josslyn Jax from harm. Her final act a testament to her evolved heroism. The farewell scenes, especially her tearful exchanges with Liesel and heartfelt partings with close allies, delivered some of the year's most emotionally charged moments, leaving a void in Port Charles that her mysterious return now promises to fill with renewed intrigue. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital spoilers for the latest developments as these enigmas unravel, bringing fresh surprises to the residents of Port Charles.